This episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Get a huge discount at nordvpn.com/forge. Welcome back, everybody. It's great to have you here. We're somewhere new, as you can tell. This is East Coast Casting Company Limited. We're here in Norfolk, my home county, here in the UK. And on this very site has been a foundry since 1786. And these guys are still pouring molten metal today. Can't wait to share with you the awesome operation they've got. Let's go say hello to them. Hello!
Alec, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Chris?
Good to meet you.
You've got a bunch of buildings.
Yep, plenty of them.
I want to see it all. Show it all
fans,
to us.
Of course I will, no problem whatsoever. It's all good.
How long have you been working here?
I've been here 37 years,
Brilliant.
so I'm third generation.
So your father worked here?
Father, my grandfather started the business. Obviously my father, myself and my two sons now, which is great.
That's incredible. So it's a proper family business.
Correct.
And still pouring a bunch of molten metal.
Yeah, ferrous, non-ferrous, so everything.
How many tons of molten iron are you pouring every year?
Every year, that's a hard one.
Every month?
Every month I'd probably say 40 a month, tons of iron.
40 tons of
Iron. Then we've got steel, obviously, which is extra.
Even more?
Aluminium, and then obviously the bronze and the brasses, so a lot more.
So we start small?
Start small if you want, or do you want to start big and then small?
I want to start small. I want to save the best stuff.
So copper-based side, all electric induction foundry furnaces, so everything is induction. So we've got a small copper-based one there, which will hold about 100 kilos. Basically, that will come down. That's on an air, so that will drop down. We put certain different crucibles in there.
The whole foundry drops. That's a really brilliant. It's a really brilliant way of setting it up.
Yeah.
So behind the furnace, these are the lines that feed it. There's not only electricity going to the electric induction, but also water to cool the wires.
Yeah.
This is how it makes the electricity to do the whole thing.
Yeah, so
the transformer, all of that.
that's it. So we've got our own substation at the back.
You've got your own substation.
Yeah.
So this foundry uses so much electricity, they need a substation that would be suitable for powering a small village just for them.
But to say we're good for green, power factor correction unit. So basically the power that we pull, if we don't use it, it'll bank it. So that when we do need it, most of it's in there. We'll probably pour them two in a little while, so you're about to see that this time in about 5 minutes.
Okay, this is about 5 minutes. We're gonna have these.
You can watch that,
So could you run us through what this?
Yeah. So basically,
how this setup all works, what we're looking at.
So you have your mould. So the bottom part, which you can see there, top part is this section.
Okay.
Then we have cores which we sit inside. So you'll tip that bottom section out, but this is really solid, like concrete. You feel how hard that is. That is sand with a resin and ester in it. It comes out soft. Which gives us enough time to ram the mould. And it goes off in a certain time scale. The metal goes in there, and these are the risers, so the metal will rise up on them.
Incredible.
And then obviously everyone wonders why you have so many weights. If you didn't have the weights, that top would shoot off. The pressure of the mould, when you pour the metal in, will lift the mould.
Lift it up
if you don't have the weight on there. So yeah, you've got about 70 kg in there.
70 kilos.
Of Ali bronze.
Aluminium bronze in this one.
Yeah. Even because we use ingots and that, you still get a little bit of
dross.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it in England too?
Dross? Yeah.
So just scraping the dross off of there.
Good thing is you're used to metal and that, so makes a hell of a benefit.
Expertly done. They poured the exact same in both molds. You know, everybody drives a car. Underneath the bonnet is an engine, and inside that engine is, well, it is cast, and it's not until you look at the raw thing and you realize how complex it is,
Correct.
and realize that it's cast in sand, that you've got to have a whole new appreciation for it. You are producing engine blocks here in sand castings in the UK. How do you plan for this hollow right there? How does that happen? You must have an incredibly talented crew that you're able to produce these castings here of such high detail. You probably also have employees that have been working here for a really long time. And I presume that's how you're able to keep it going, by having people work here for a long time, train up.
Experience, exactly, And I mean, you've got to have, but we've also got to get the younger generation into it. My two sons have now come into the business, which is great, and I wouldn't be without them. And they're at the age now where hopefully they can get other people into it. And I think That's the way forward.
So we're now in the main foundry, and so
Yep.
this is iron and steel casting.
Iron, steel, SG iron. So yeah, we do up to a ton. These are certain jobs that are going through the process of being made at the moment. We have thousands of patterns on site.
It looks very neat and beautiful. It's painted.
These are new ones, yeah. So you've got proper pattern paint on them. It doesn't
Not sticky to the
Correct,
sand.
yeah, because when the sand, it gives you a better finish.
Look at this, Jamie. This is a vice. This is probably one of the largest vices in production anywhere. Look at this thing. It's a 10-inch jaw. It's monstrous. So everything from these tiny weeny little pieces up to a ton.
Correct.
You can pour here.
Yeah.
So in the iron and steel foundry side of
Nice lot of sand on the floor. Look.
lots of sand.
Everyone says, why is there sand on the floor?
because it spills.
Correct. Bloody correct. So if the metal drops on the floor, stops it bouncing up.
And
So
nobody ever has to sweep the floor either.
all the area you see here is all for moulding. So everything we mould, you'll see different, the weights basically are to put on top of the moulds to stop the pressure lifting up.
Molding is producing the sand that you will pour the metal
Correct,
into.
yeah.
So this is working on sand all right here.
Yeah, that's it. Manifolds for Rolls-Royce Phantom. Mixers, again, new sand and reclaimed sand, so we mix it. So we normally with the face of a mould, we'll use new,
Yep.
and then we'll backfill it with a reclaimed sand.
Okay.
So this comes out, so that's how soft that comes out, and that will go solid like these. Main furnaces, 850, 300, 350. So we're very versatile.
All electric induction.
All
furnaces
electric induction.
everywhere. So this is how it starts.
So yeah, so you've got your pig iron in there.
And these are pig iron.
Additives,
little
we
squares.
add additives into it as well. Carbon silicon, we've got a little bit of tin in there as well. We do, you know, certain customers have certain specs and everything.
We've got some hydraulic rams here. That's lifting up. Is that because this
That's it.
whole assembly?
That's it.
No! The ladle is so big, you've got to have it on a gantry.
So bigger mould, obviously this water technology cog, it's about 350 kg that
350
casting.
kilograms.
So there's your pattern.
Good Lord.
Reclaim unit, so we reclaim a lot of our sand.
Okay.
So that will go in there, vibrate down, blows up into the... So basically you've got a big plate under there with a big hard ox steel plate with small little holes in it.
Brilliant.
So that will basically vibrate,
This little machine digs all the stuff up.
That's it.
Dumps it in there.
vibrates, the sand will come across, rubbish comes out into that bit, pressure vessel there, and
then
that blows up.
Pumps the sand.
And then you've got
What a
sand.
cool thing. Like, you don't think of this. A normal human being doesn't think about, pumping sand like it's a liquid.
So you've got all your sand silos, you've got 3. So again, you've got one which is reclaim, which is the older stuff we're reclaiming, and we've got 2 which have 2 different sorts of sand in. We have a grade 60 and a grade 75. Obviously all our iron we buy is all certified pig iron. Most of it is some South African, Russian. At the moment there's a little bit of, well, there is a bit of a shortage in the UK. It used to be sat at the docks, but like everything at the moment, it's not there now. So it comes straight over from Germany. Steel profile we use, obviously with the pig iron, you mix so much in a little with the iron, but obviously for our steel we use that, but we stick to the same supply. And this time a lot of this has come out of tartar steel, which surprised me. Separate aluminium.
Aluminium workshop.
Again, all ingot, so aluminium ingots.
If you painted these gold, you'd have a small fortune sitting. Well, actually.
So yeah, so you
fortune.
colour
Honestly,
code.
in aluminium, it's still a huge fortune.
It still is at the moment. Smaller furnaces, just bail out, so hand bail out. So this is all done by hand.
So all your casting in aluminium, you have to ladle out the molten aluminium to pour it.
That's it.
And so these are your furnaces, and you've got this.
This is a degassing unit. When the metal is ready, aluminium will get gas in it while you're heating it up.
Just like after you have a curry.
Correct. Which you have to get rid of. This will pump nitrogen, so that will drop down into the middle. It will spin round, pump nitrogen into it, and degas the aluminium. So same principle again in here. Moulds, which will be cast in aluminium, so they're
all ready to
ready to cast. Yeah. Filters down there. You can see a filter in there. But yeah, so a wide range of stuff in here at the moment. We do a lot of heater coils, which have got a duplex coil round.
Wait, you fill the gaps with the molten aluminium.
So that you will not see any of that. They'll all be covered in
Like
aluminium.
a potted electric.
Yep.
You're doing that with molten aluminium.
Yeah. Finishing shop. So all the fettling, grinding, everything. So castings come up to Shepherd Hut wheels, gear cases, steel.
Just what it's like as soon as they break off
Yeah,
the sand.
so these are all steel. That's steel cogs for a big earth-moving company we produce for. Still got a bit of warm from yesterday. That's it, still from yesterday.
From yesterday?
Yep, so this is where you'll see some of the finished stuff. Bigger shot blast we've got over there, which is obviously doors open up, steel shot, pinged onto the castings to give a really good finish. And then we've got a smaller tumble shot blast over there. Most of the grinders and that we use all high frequency.
There's a frequency changer right here, variable frequency drive type of thing.
That's it.
The 9-inch grinder,
That's it.
you adjust the frequency on it for it to be faster and slower.
So it doesn't burn out. They work really well.
So it's just a really hard, heavy-duty grinder.
That's it.
I'm impressed to see it's electric. I was assuming it might have been on air tools.
That's what you saw cast. Riser, which will come off.
Yep.
Casting.
And that's a finished piece.
So this one will shut down, tumble around, steel shot.
These are the vices after they've been cast. You can't believe it. You look at the wood pattern, and then you look at this, and the scale is entirely different.
So there is just a wide range of patterns. Such a
Goodness.
massive scale of different patterns. So again, another different variation of what you see in there. But this is only one bit. I'll come and show you.
You don't want to be having to get a pattern from all the way back there, do you?
I'll come and show you upstairs, which
And
is...
who keeps track of where everything is?
We know.
You say we know.
We know. So this will be an interesting one for you.
Is there a point where you throw patterns away, or?
Yeah, we have to, every year, we have to go through what we do hold on site because we're just running out of space.
And you're saying these are the cores?
Yeah, these are the water jacket cores for certain blocks we do. These ones are for Cosworth, a little cylinder head for a Cosworth.
Inside everybody's car, inside your engine,
that's it.
there is a void similar to this to allow that coolant to flow around and keep your engine from melting.
Exactly that. I mean, you can see how thin some of the sections are. Some of the sections are on there. They're so thin. So, and then we go to some of the real old stuff. Mr. Puncher.
Oh my goodness.
You know, a lot of these are old school stuff which we used to, going back the years, door stops and umbrella stands and old-fashioned. You know, it just goes on and on and on and on.
All of this, every single thing is, you know, days and days of somebody's hard work to produce.
Yeah.
So is there a particular company that you use?
Yep, I use two different pattern makers. They're both local, which is great. Sort of a small bit of a repair in this side.
So if a pattern breaks, these...
We do small, with small amount of pattern refurbishment in here, but most of it is done off-site now. If you want some gold bars, they are.
Oh, look at that. Don't tell anybody, I'll just take that gold.
if you wish it was gold, yeah. So HTB1 brass, AB1 which we're using. They call that a super strong alloy, which is a special customer. It's basically an AB, but it's a bit of a better grade for marine. As you know, Foundries is old school, end of. But there is modern aspects of it with patterns, like you say, CNC, 3D scanning. We can still do all that, but a lot of our customers will always ask for the traditional methods, which is good again. So, but the whole Foundry principle doesn't change.
Brilliant.
It never will.
I love it.
It's melting metal down, isn't it?
It's never going to be any more high tech than boiling a bunch of steel and making a mess. Yeah. It's been a lovely day seeing this incredible foundry that you have. I'm really thrilled to see this still exists and you're thriving.
It's great, yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're
Where
more
can
than
people learn about your business?
I mean, look, Foundry business it's not the sort of thing you can look online, but give us a call, come and see us. We're more than open people to come down.
And definitely check out the Instagram that you have.
Yes, that'd be great.
You post a lot of great things on your Instagram.
Yeah, we try to, and I think it's a trade which is being honest with you. But we need people like yourself. We need to get it out there more.
Goodness.
Do it.
Brilliant.
UK, get it out there.
It's a good trade. You need more. You need more workers in the trade.
Definitely, always. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
This episode has been sponsored by NordVPN, who helps keep our internet experience safe, and they can keep yours safe too. It works like this. Instead of sending your data straight back and forth between you and the websites you browse, you send your data through an encrypted channel to one of NordVPN's 5,400 plus servers in over 60 countries. Now, it's encrypted. That means between you and NordVPN servers, nobody, that means neither your internet service provider, your government, or hackers trying to intercept it can see the data that you're sending and receiving. Your IP address is protected. If you want to stream content that's not available in your country, with the click of a button on your iOS, Android, Mac, or PC, you can change the country from which the websites you browse think you're browsing from to access way better streaming content, or bypass, for example, a government restriction on certain parts of the internet, like the Great China Firewall. Please go to nordvpn.com/forge. There you are going to get a whopping discount off a 2-year plan. You'll also get an additional month for free. Thank you for supporting our sponsors, and a huge thank you to East Coast Casting for letting us come and spend the day there. Please check them out at the links below as well. We're incredibly appreciative of their time. Bye-bye.